So you want more clicks on your emails, but you have no idea how to make that happen. Well, stick around because that's exactly what I am going to chat to you about inside today's video. And we're also going to do a little bit of a how to. I'm going to share behind the scenes inside my own Kit account so you can truly see what this looks like because previous few videos back, I talked about what I'm going to talk about today, and a few of you reached out and said, "Hey, Lise, can you actually break this down for us?" So I'm totally going to do that. So, one of the easiest things you can do inside your email marketing platform to ensure that you are getting more clicks inside your email is to ensure that you ask for the click. In other words, you have a clear call to action. Now, I know that this sounds really simple, but it is often missed. And there are a couple of different ways that you can do this. And I am specifically going to show you how you can ensure that you actually get even more clicks because there are a couple of different strategies around this. But bottom line, if you want to get more clicks, then you actually need to ask people to click on something. People need to be guided in order to know what they need to do, right? So you always have to think about the weakest link. And I'm not saying that any of your audience are weak, but you just have to think it through. Like if someone's reading this, we don't want them to try and figure out what they need to do. We just need to tell them. So we want to make sure that we're doing that inside our emails. So I'm going to switch to sharing my screen and we are just going to dive straight into how you do that specifically inside Kit. It will be similar in other email platforms, but I can only speak to Kit. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go and do that right now. We are looking at the inside of my Kit account. And what I'm going to do is walk you through a couple of different kind of scenarios of where you want to ask for the click and how you present that click is also super important. So I'm looking at a broadcast. You could be doing this in a sequence. It actually doesn't matter as long as you're sending out some type of email. So I'm actually going to start with this one here that has yet to go out. It's scheduled. So I'm just going to dive straight into it because I know that I've done a couple of different things. I'm actually going to click into editing so that we can actually edit and you can see what this looks like. Now, this is actually what I would class as a nurture and sell email. And it's all about nurturing my audience, giving them a little bit of value, guiding them to take an action, whilst also selling something, which happens to be my membership, the 1K Lab. So every single month, there is an opportunity for me to talk about this because every month I host a live promo plan from scratch session for members. And this is where on the last Sunday of the month, depending on where we are, I will create promotion plans for the month ahead for each of my members as long as they've submitted a form, right? There's a form that they have to fill out, and I will go ahead and craft their promotion plan. So there's a few different things that they have to supply, but that's essentially it. The week leading up to that Sunday, I'm going to talk about this a couple of different times. So this is actually the first email and it's going out on the Wednesday before the next promo plan from scratch session goes live. So I wanted to make sure that there was different ways for me to get clicks on this email. So number one, I have included an image. And if I click on this image, you can see over here on the right-hand side that there is a URL for me to pop in here. So that's exactly what I've done. So lots of people click images. We're just kind of geared that way. I've purposely taken a screenshot of the actual live component on YouTube because that's where I'm hosting it. And you can see here it says live in 4 days, 27th of January. Now it's in my time zone, so it probably will confuse some people. I always just make sure that I put the full information in there. But this is the first opportunity for people to click. It's the first thing that they're going to see. Now, they can't see that there is a hyperlink behind this, but what they can see is that there is an image, and we're just so conditioned to click on an image and for it to take us somewhere that I know that most people are going to click this if they're interested, right? At the end of the day. So in the URL, what I'm doing is linking to the sales page. Now you'll also notice here that I've got a little click link trigger. And basically every time I send out an email with a link in it, which is every single email that leaves H&G headquarters, it is going to always have a tag applied to it so that I'm tracking and segmenting. Now, I did record a video about that. You can find that up here somewhere to go and check that out, because segmenting is actually the first step in ensuring that you not only get more open rates, but also get more clicks, because the more targeted an email is to the person, the better. So if you want to go and check that out, you'll find that somewhere up here. But basically, I want to make sure that if somebody is clicking on this, that I am tagging them with something so that when I go to do a targeted promotion for the 1K Lab, which I'm going to be doing the next day, just to people who click on this link, I'm now going to be talking to them very specifically, because now I'm tracking the fact that they clicked on the sales page. And that is what the tag is. Click 1K Lab sales page. That's like the tag. So now I can turn around and do an email just to that segment, and you will be shocked at how high your click rate goes when you segment. And I'll show you that in a second. So first opportunity for people to click is here. Now I haven't asked them to click on it. It's just subtle, right? Image placed in here. Now I don't always send an image out with every single email that I sent out, but in this instance, it 100% made sense. Now, as we scroll down, you're going to see that there is another opportunity for someone to click, and it's based on this one line that says, and that's exactly what we do inside the 1K Lab. So again, it's not a direct ask, but it is another subtle, oh yeah, this is what Lisa's doing inside the 1K Lab. Let me click on that and go and check it out. So at the moment, we've got two kind of subtle calls to action. But again, people see an image, they want to click. They see something underlined and in a different color, they want to click. And then the third opportunity, and the most important one, is a button. Now, buttons tend to get more clicks than just a hyperlink like this. And you'll see here a very quick and specific call to action. Click here to join the 1K Lab, right? Click here. That's it. Now, if somebody doesn't want to click, then they don't click, right? That's it. And then fourth, I've got one down here that is another hyperlink, and it simply says join here, right? Click, join here. So two direct asks and two subtle asks. So 4 times that I'm talking about that here. So that's in this scenario. And I'm just going to click with continue because I want to show you the segment option here too and how I'm using that. So I'm just going to click continue, and then we should be shown to here. And you can see here that I'm saying, send this to my daily email community, but please don't send it to current members because they're already in. They don't need to see this email. So I want to make sure I'm excluding people as well. And then everything else remains the same. And I'm just going to click continue. I'm going to click schedule. And then that one is going to go ahead. Now I want to show you what actually happens when you go ahead and actually segment down and what your click rates look like. Now, let's see, I believe it's on the next page. So let me go and get to that and then we'll go through it. Okay, so you can see here these last 3 emails. So TCM, $9 goodie bag, and what's cooking. They've all gone to very small segments, and you can segment down to one person if you want to, right? There is no limit on how big a segment is, but this is what happens when you segment down and you encourage people to click. You actually have a reason for them to click. So in this instance here, I sent it out to TCM interest list, which is my Cultivate Academy interest list, and this list is built based off people taking action, typically clicking on the sales page to go and have a look at it. Now, this interest list also excludes anyone who is a current member because obviously they've clicked the sales page, but they don't need to get these emails. But this list is 389 people. You'll see here that the open rate, 53.7% open, right? That's very high for business to business. But the click rate is even higher, 20.6 people or 20.6% actually clicked on the link, which is to the sales page. And then you can see here that that then is broken down to 221 clicks. This resulted in 5 brand new people joining my Cultivate Academy. That's a massive return on investment considering I did not run any ads. Now, I also did this to just 21 people, so I want to show you the smaller segment. 57% open rate, 19% click rate, 4 clicks, right? So it gives you kind of a breakdown on that. Then I sent another one out to the TCM interest list. You can see here it says 388 because in between these 2 emails, someone had already bought, right? That more people had bought before this. These were like the last emails. So that's why the interest list has gone down, because someone has been removed because now they've bought. So almost a 60% open rate, really, really high, 26.8%. 203 clicks. So this is the power of combining segmentation and actually asking people to click on something. Now, I have it set so that every single email that goes out to my audience always includes at least an opportunity for them to buy something from me. And that is because every PS basically says, PS, here are some ways that I can support you. Link, 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 right? That's exactly what that looks like. So you want to emulate this for yourself. You want to absolutely sit down and go, okay, how can I make people click more inside my emails? Making sure that you add at least some way for them to do that at the end of each email. And obviously, if you want to learn more about making daily sales and if you want to hit more than 1K per month, I'd love to see you inside the 1K Lab. More details below. But if you also want to know how I do this on a daily basis, what does the daily sales process look like? Then I do have a daily cash flow checklist that I would love to share with you. So all you have to do is comment below with checklist and I will get those details through to you. I've also got a video where I walk through that entire daily cash flow checklist and how you can implement that in your business, and that is coming up on your screen right now. I'll see you in that video.